I'm currently in 8th grade. However, I believe when I was in 6th grade, maybe it was 7th grade, but I think it was 6th grade, the entire middle school at my school was made to go to the 8th grade classroom. Why? Because we were going to have a talk, pretty much, a discussion. What was this discussion? Pretty much the teachers were using students to presentation pretty much on feminism, to push feminism up down our throats, right? And to make us think that it's a good thing. However, they provided no proof for it being a good thing. They provided zero proof that feminism is a good thing. And although this video isn't about feminism or not, or anti-feminism, I could disprove feminism in like one sentence, but this video is not about that. They tried to give us an idea. They tried to put a belief in our brain that feminism is true and good, but they didn't provide any proof for it. And yet, people still believed in it. But some people, like myself, they didn't provide any proof for it. At the time, I didn't really question it, but because they provided no proof for it, eventually I came to the conclusion that there's no proof for it. But I did more research. And providing evidence for what you're saying is very important, especially in our goal of fixing the system, of fixing the entire world. Let's say we're describing what a good world looks like. And let's say we want to say that honesty, in a good world, everyone should be honest. Pretty much everyone should be honest. We have to prove that. We have to go through and prove how it'll decrease like court times, which will make it easier to spot like criminals. We have to go through multiple proofs for it. I mean, just one proof, but multiple just to be more secure. And we have to prove what we say. We can't just say things and just make things up. No, we have to provide proof for what we say. Because this reduces mistakes. Okay. What is the proof that providing proof reduces mistakes? Because if you're saying something and you're thinking like, is what I'm saying true? Why is what I'm saying true? Then you'll be able to spot inconsistencies with what you're saying easier. And you can realize easier if you don't have any proof of what you're saying. It's just a baseless claim. And proof can be really simple. Proof can be common sense. As long as it's actually common sense, you can just use common sense as a proof. As long as it's a proof and it's 100% like a solid proof, it can be used. So providing proofs for what you're saying, especially when it comes to fixing the world, because that's our goal. It's very important to provide proofs when talking about information needed to fix the world. So providing proofs, reducing mistakes. Also, who is more trustworthy? Who would you say is more trustworthy? Person A, who makes a claim but provides no proof for it, or person B, who makes a claim and then brings up like 30 scientific studies about it, quotes people about like that, like famous people that said that what their claim is correct, and they bring proof for it. Who is more trustworthy? Person B. No doubt about it. You will instantly think person B is more trustworthy. Maybe person A is more trustworthy, but I'm talking about how you would think. You would think that person B is 100% more trustworthy. Maybe not 100%, but you'd at least have an inclination towards person B. Because they're providing the proof for what they're saying. So if we provide proof for what you're saying, then this helps you become more trustworthy. But now we've run into a problem. Let's say we say something like I exist. The philosophers come and say, oh, but how do you know that you exist? And then one of them comes and I forgot their name. But a philosopher comes and says, I think, therefore I am, and now they've proven that they exist. We do not need things to be this complicated. Prove what is not obvious. What is obvious that I exist, yes. There's no doubt about it. I think, I have it, I feel that I exist. And there's no doubt about it, there's no reason for me to doubt it. So by default, I exist. And if they want to ask me what's the proof that I exist, they have to bring the proof that I don't exist. I don't have to bring any proof that I exist. So the point I'm trying to make is, very simple, obvious things do not have to be proven. If I say, I have a hand, and you say, prove it, and I say, well, look at it, it's right here, and you say, prove it, like, this is meaningless. And you can't just go in circles saying, prove it, prove it, prove it, prove it. Once the matter has become obvious, then the chain of proving it ends. So how do you do this? Well, you have to know what you're talking about very well. You have to know what you're talking about very, very, very well. And maybe if you know it less well, you can just say, a lot of people who are experts in whatever I'm talking about have said what I'm about to say. And that can be your proof. But ideally, you want to know what you're talking about very, very well. Then, you just say, or you know about it, why you came to that conclusion. You have to know it so well that you're able to provide answers to, how did you come to that conclusion? How did you come to the conclusion that you exist? Because it's obvious. Although geometry is not my favorite subject, it can be kind of good to think about this. Because in geometry, there's all about proving things. If you're given this piece of information, prove this piece of information. So you go step by step and prove every step of the process. You have to do this the same way. This piece of information will be very, very helpful if you teach others about our goal of fixing the system. And very soon, if you follow the plan I will lay out for you, or it's plan that I will lay out the plan for you. If you follow it, you'll be teaching others about fixing the world. And you will be providing proofs for what you say. So this is very, very vital when it comes to fixing the world. And the system is broken, so it must be fixed.